If you are in the market for a new church website that you're going to build yourself and you need to figure out what software am I going to use, in this video, I'm going to share with you the only 3 church website platforms you should consider. These are the only places that I recommend people go to if you're going to build your website on your own. I highly, highly, highly recommend these 3 platforms that I have met the leaders for. I have sat and broken bread with 2 of the 3, but I've met enough leaders of the other organization that I highly recommend it. These are websites that I have gone in myself and hand built myself with no coding experience. If I do have coding, I have people to do that for me. But these are the ones that I can go in there and just drag and drop, and they have the tools that churches need to effectively do ministry and advance their mission using their website. If we haven't met before, my name is Justin Nava, founder of Nava Church Marketing. Yes, I do run an agency. No, my recommendations today are not myself, because if you're going to do it yourself, that's not us. We are here to do it for you or show you how to do it. And by the way, I'm putting together a website course, and I would love to see if there's any interest in doing it live, or if I should just put it together and put it down. If you are putting together your own church website, you're a volunteer, staff, part-time, full-time, maybe you're even the pastor, comment down below website to let me know how fast do I need to get this thing out there. Now, the rules for today is, if you are building it yourself, I have 3 different recommendations. Each recommendation comes with a certain scenario, a real life scenario that you may find yourself in. Depending on who you are, your experience, and your time, I will recommend a specific platform, as well as how you plan to use your website, because these, while they are 90% the same, the last 10% is really going to determine how which platform I think you should use. Now, also, for the techies out there, WordPress is not on this list. You will not hear me say WordPress after this introduction. Why? Because if you're looking for a church website platform, the WordPress is not the answer. I'm not saying WordPress is bad for churches. I'm saying the people that can use WordPress effectively already know they're going to use WordPress, so they don't have to shop around. If you're shopping around, WordPress is already not the answer. Now, let me get into the recommendations that I have, starting with number 1. The number 1 recommendation that I have for you today is called The Church Co. Okay. Again, this is founded by Paul, that I've broken bread with, and they are fantastic people, a really great team. His Paul Cox's team is fantastic, very quick to respond. And even though it is a website platform that you're going to kind of build with the puzzle pieces that they give you, they still, if you have a question, they will answer it, and they will either go into your site and do something that you specifically requested, or they will actually just build out the feature for everyone. It is also very affordable. I do not recommend their minimum plan. If you are a church and you want to do good ministry on your church website, you need to have the middle plan, which is around $50 a month. The reason why I like ChurchCo is, number 1, it's not just getting a template and setting it up. They basically set up the template for you. You fill out a form, you pick a template, and they build it for you. You can upgrade and get a custom build, but for most churches, that's not what they need. So I recommend the premium plan, the basic plan. You want the stuff in the premium plan. You want to have live streaming. You want to have a members portal. You want to have the small groups integration. I think you want to have the sermon notes. And if you're already using Planning Center, PushPay, or any of the other integrations they have, definitely you're going to want that premium plan. The basic plan is really just for churches, I think, that are, I don't even think planting churches need the basic plan. Just get the premium plan. Plan on $50 a month. Now, if that is too expensive, you can start on the basic plan. But again, a website is not something to skip money on. It's like I know you can mow your own grass, and I know you can fix your own plumbing, but eventually you have to have some professionals come in and do some work and get some enterprise or business level maintenance done in your building. Well, you need to have business or enterprise level maintenance and security and updates for your website. So get the premium. It's $50 a month. I highly, highly recommend it. And then once you go in there, I'm not here to show any of the back end stuff, but once you go in there, it really is, pick a section, put in the content, choose your image, and then you can go in there and just upload a sermon, upload an event, and the website takes care of itself. I'm really enjoying it. We've got them, SEO is not quite all the way there if you're a little bit more advanced, but it's 80% of the way there where you can get most of the SEO results. So the church code is my number one recommendation. This is great if you're already a pastor, if you are a volunteer, if you're a volunteer paying for yourself, $50 a month is a very good deal for everything you're getting in this. Basically, if you're a communications person and the website is something on your plate, this is what you should do. If you're a staff person and the website is something that's added on your plate, this is something that you should do. If you're just the website person, then you might have a better time with another software that I'm going to recommend on this list. Or you might, like I said, if you're a dedicated web person, you might just be using WordPress. So thechurchco.com, I have a link down below, meetchurchco.com, I think is what the URL is. Go use that. That's my referral link. I just get a high five from Paul, and I get at no extra cost to you, just a little referral recognition there. So the churchco, meetthechurchco.com. Now, my second recommendation I'm going to share with you is more if you are an established church and you need a suite of tools beyond your website. And that one is Tithely. And I have not recommended Tithely a lot until recently. I always recommend their giving platform, but I never really got to play with their website until I worked with a church in New York, and they invested in Tithely, and they were like, we need some help. And I said, well, let me go in there and let me see what I can do. And they have made leaps and bounds in the last 2 years since I was last kind of in their software. And full disclosure, I've spoken on their state. Oh, my tab's not sharing. Let me get that back here. Let's see. Remove. Can I do that? No. Okay, hold on. Let me get the share screen back here. Oh, I see. It's because they're in different tabs. Okay. So Tithely is the other one. Now, full disclosure, I've spoken on a stage. I've been to their free dinners that they put on for local pastors when they came through Houston. So I've been there. Like I said, I've broken bread with their leaders. But hey, I've broken bread and been on other stages for other companies that I'm not recommending them for a long time, probably. But what makes Tithely good for churches is the suite of tools. I actually would not recommend Tithely if you just need a website, but if you need a suite of tools, not just giving, okay, but you need your website, you want an app, which by the way, the Church Co has an app plan as well. You want text to give, you want your church management system, you want messaging. You can get all of this for one low price. I think it's $120 in a 150 setup fee, which you honestly talk to the sales team, you can probably get them to waive that. I don't know. I'm just, a lot of people, when the setup fee is that low, I don't know, maybe just pay your first month and then you're done. That's not me speaking on behalf of Tyler. Maybe they won't waive it. But $120 a month for all of this. Okay. Now their giving is free. I recommend Tidely Giving as one of the two giving recommendations that I like to make. But you get the website, and their websites have been upgraded in the last couple years to where they are very good, very competitive. You get the church app, which their church app has been upgraded as well. It's not just a window or a skinned down website. I mean, it's a fully functional app. And then you get the messaging, the church management system. This is great for executives that are really in charge of the decision making, and you can get your website and the whole suite of tools. The other companies, Church Co and the other recommendation I have for you later, have a lot of this, but Tidely, I've been on the back end. They have a better back end. And they've got a great team of people that are constantly working to make this better. And they actually listen to churches. They're not just looking to see what's going to increase their bottom dollar like other companies might. I'm not going to name them right now, but one of them is a big player in the church space. They are going to actually figure out what churches need the most, and they will prioritize that on their back end. I learned that from talking to their team. So, and I see it too. So I love Tithely. They are very respectful of the church, of their resources, and talking to their owner and founder, Dean. I mean, he just has a huge heart. Some of these guys, you can sense that it's a business thing, but for Dean, it really is a ministry for him and his team. So Tithely, I recommend this if you're more in the executive role. Again, you're going to be in their template and you will have to complete it. So that's one thing that ChurchCo has ahead of them, but you can work with someone like us to get it set up for you. You get the entire suite of tools at that low price. It's just, I'm jealous of that low price. and they do really good work. They really are respectful and kind to pastors and all of their communications. I love that too. Their customer support is top tier, and that's coming from someone that prioritizes support in our own agency. So I highly recommend Tely. If you need more than a website, you need a whole suite of tools to communicate with your church and your community. Tely is the way to go. And again, I would not recommend their a la carte stuff. If you need just a website, I still recommend ChurchCo. But if you need everything, go with Tidally for one low price. I really enjoy that. The last recommendation I have, this is for more established churches because it is more expensive on the monthly price. But if you're a media heavy church like our own church, or some of our clients, I highly, highly recommend Subsplash. Subsplash, again, is a platform that does it all. I don't recommend I don't think their church management system is quite up to par to what Tithely's is, or someone like Planning Center. But if you have a very media heavy church ministry, you're doing weekly sermons, you're doing a podcast, you're doing video clips, you're doing video testimonies, and you want to host that stuff on your own platform, not on YouTube or Facebook, where you don't really own it. You're just couch surfing on their good graces and they can do whatever they want with your content, including turn it off at any point. And you don't like that, you can host it all here, and you can have your own Netflix like library. Now, I'm sure on the other ones you can build something similar, but it's not as easy as Subsplash. So I really like Subsplash. If you need a website and an app, but also the media library, they also have, our church uses it. They also have TV apps. So you can get on a Roku, you can get on an Apple TV, and which is why I recommend this. Again, if you have a media heavy, if you're like our church and you're decentralized and you're meeting in homes, you can have your host homes just download your church app on their Apple TV or Roku. We actually buy Rokus for houses if they need that assistance, with the app preloaded and everything, so they can watch our Bible talks on their TV or other discipleship resources. It's really, like I said, it's media heavy. Now, again, their websites, you're going to have to take a template and fill it out, but they're good. They're good. I mean, some of our best performing clients are on Subsplash. They do have free giving as well. They do have church management. It's not quite up to par, but it's getting there. You do get an app. I think their apps are great. You get all kinds of stuff. And again, their leadership is very, very focused on discipleship. And that's one of the things that keeps selling us, is that they're thinking, how can we use technology to enhance this discipleship process? We don't want to just bring butts to seats. I'm not saying the other companies want to do that, but that is often the message that can come across. They're very much, how can we increase personal discipleship focused relationships, like I like to call them, using things like your app. So you're going to have group management, messaging, apps, sermon notes, and all that stuff. I really, 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 really like Subsplash. Our church uses it. We were using it before I joined our church team, but I will recommend it if I think it makes sense for clients. We build out Subsplash sites for clients, including the website and the apps and all that stuff, and help through the process. Now, the pricing is a little bit more on the expensive side. It's a lot more on the expensive side. I don't think they have their prices on their website, but I will tell you it's more expensive than the other two. And the other two, I told you, was $50 to $120 a month. It's more than that. But I think for everything that you get, they have child check, and I don't have any experience with that. But for everything you get, if you're a media heavy church, they are well worth it. And so those are the three that I recommend: the ChurchCo, Subsplash, and Tithely. ChurchCo, if you just need a website and you're doing it on your own. Tithely, if you need a whole suite of tools and you want the website and app. And then Subsplash, if you're a media heavy church and you want to have your own kind of Netflix style library. And the good thing too about Subsplash is they actually have deals where you can get like, what's the Chosen and other already professionally published content. You can add that to your library. That's all pretty cool stuff. So those are the only three that I recommend. Because again, if you want WordPress, you already know you want WordPress. You're not shopping around or asking around for a platform. So if you choose one of these, we will help you set it up. You probably don't need us for the ChurchCo unless you need some help managing it. But the other two, if you want help setting it up, by all means, you can go to the Nava Church website, navachurchmarketing.com, click the Get Started button. You can schedule a time and we can talk about your needs, and then we can actually build this all out for you. So you can just manage the house, so to speak, but you don't have to necessarily build it and get it ready yourself. We can help you with that. Leave a comment down below. If you do want to check these out, sign up, use the links in my description. again, I just get a little recognition at no extra cost to you. I'd love to be the one that sent you their way, because that just helps me get in more with those leaders and learn from them, but also speak into them some of the things that we get to see on our end, working directly with churches as well on a service base, not a software base. So God bless you all. Thanks. Like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more like this. And I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.